Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today we're going to interview you several questions about intercultural communication. So before we start doing our interview, can I get to know you more?
Okay, well, so what exactly you want to know? If you want my introduction, I can introduce myself. My name is Abbas Abbasi and I'm from Kashmir under Pakistani administration. It's a disputed land, so one part is under Indian control, one part under Pakistani control. So I'm sure you have heard of it. So I'm from there. I'm doing PhD here in Malaysia. I came here back in 2020. What else you want to know about my background?
I think that is all. So we can continue with the question.
For the first question, how you adapt with the culture in Malaysia in the term of language?
Well, if you ask me, I'm not fluent in Malay. In fact, I don't speak Malay, but I do understand words, and I believe it's quite easy because Malaysians are very welcoming people. And what I have noticed, Malay is a very easy language. You can easily, if you practice like for good 4 or 5 months, you can speak very fluently.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. And secondly, I believe in any culture, if you want to live, the most important thing is your interaction with people. And I feel Malaysians are very, very welcoming people. That's why it's more easy to adapt. Now we eat Malaysian food. Language connect people. And secondly, here most of the people understand English, so you can relate to them, you can connect with them, you can talk to them, you can mingle with them. I guess this is the most important thing. And now we have adapted to food and everything.
Yes. I agree with you. Is there any Malaysian accent that you find difficult to understand?
Frankly speaking, I don't understand much Malay. I don't know about much Malaysian accents because most of the time we are conversing in English, and if we have to speak in Malay, we just pick small words. But I understand their English, you can say English accent, but at times it's hard for me to communicate with Chinese because they speak so fluently. But if you ask me any Malay accent, unfortunately I'm not familiar with these accents.
And for the third one is, what issues can arise in intercultural communication because of language and non-verbal differences?
Yeah, there are actually, especially because I come from a very different culture. When like non-verbal, for us, few things are very normal practice, but in Malaysia you would find it completely different. Like what I have noticed, Pakistanis are very aggressive. They speak on the face. They don't keep things in heart, and if they are angry, they would show it. But in Malaysia, Malaysians don't express their anger, right? They keep things in heart. So, and when they have this thing, grudges, at times they do keep grudges, and when they don't express, it's hard to understand that person is angry or no, or for example, maybe that person is not expressing, that person is keeping something in heart, which is difficult for us. If you are not open and you are not speaking, how two people can negotiate or discuss their opinions, right? So this was the problem with me, non-verbal expression as well, because they are mostly calm expression. Yes. And secondly, I come from rather conservative culture. Pakistan culture is a bit conservative. For your jokes, your gender disparity is very less compared to Pakistan. So the kind of jokes they used to crack at times, it was quite awkward for us, but with time we realized that no, it's quite normal. We came from a very conservative culture, so that's how. But it's good, and that's a part of learning process, and that's what I have done here. I have learned, and I have unlearned many things. I have learned many things here, and that's how, and it's the process.
I see. And regarding the body language differences, may it cause conflicts in intercultural communication, and how do we resolve them?
Yes, we do that, because I told you in Pakistani culture, for example, you will just Malaysians, and like they would say, okay, bole la, and after we say, but we have so many expressions for everything. Our hand movement is more, our eyebrow movement and everything. But in Malaysia, you would find them rather plain, yes, compared to Pakistanis. So that's because in Pakistan, if we are, for example, if we are not talking to our supervisor, let me give you at times expressions of our supervisor in Pakistan are enough to communicate message, but here it was very difficult.
Here is difficult.
Okay, for the next one, how do cultural differences lead to have you ever had a misunderstanding because of your language barrier?
Yes, I had initially, many times I had, even with my previous supervisor and friends as well, and not just that, even with Malay, in fact with Arabs, I had, because here in Malaysia, I had more interaction with how to say, international students and international friends, and at times we had like so many misunderstandings due to cultural differences, maybe because of language barrier, because English is not my first language, similarly for Malaysians and for others. So but you learn to, with time you understand, and you try to use more easy vocabulary which is understandable for everybody, so that's how we modify ourselves or regulate ourselves. That's what I can say.
We have different culture for Pakistan and Malay, so and it can lead to conflicts in communication for different culture. So what can be done to resolve and prevent them?
I feel, frankly speaking, it's unfair to expect from not just Malaysia, and for example, I'm expat. If I go to any country, I should not expect that people will adapt according to me. No, I should be the one who should adapt to the other culture. And one most important thing, for example, we come here in a very sophisticated environment, academia. If you see labor class here from Pakistan, with time they are learn Malay. But I believe that what Malaysians can do, they should put some restriction, or they should, in academia, they should make sure that international students should at least learn Malay, and the universities should offer them one course, Malay language course. It would help a lot, I believe. And it's not very difficult. People can learn if they continuously practice it. That's why I'm saying they should, that it will help us to integrate more in Malay culture.
Practice makes perfect, they say.
Yeah. And I believe language is the only way to integrate in any culture and any society, because language creates sense of harmony, sense of connectedness.
So I really hope the international students or
any foreigners.
foreigners come to Malaysia to feel like Malaysia is
A really welcoming and
welcoming country and not a judgmental, not to judge anyone.
No. Usually I have noticed Malaysians are quite welcoming people. Malay especially. Indians are also good. I had little bit reservations related to Chinese because they are more introvert and they don't like to mingle much. They are not open, right? They're not very frank to internationals.
with their own people.
Yeah, that's the only issue I have faced here. Yeah. And what else?
I think that is all from
Thank you
us
so
for
much.
the interview. I really appreciate your time and your everything. I really appreciate everything from you. Thank you for being with us today.
Our interviewee.
Thank you so much, actually. And actually, it's quite interesting that I'm giving interview for something related to languages. And thank you so much for considering me as one of the participants. And thanks for valuing my opinion.
Yeah,
We always value your opinion.